Hey guys, it is Bob Blah Blah, and today we are going over the Modern Warfare 3 shotguns. First of all, I want to thank my man, my buddy, Mr. I Try Hard, for giving me this footage. He actually got this straight from COD XP on his phone camera, I believe. And he's the only one out there I know who's got shots of these shotguns. So, if you haven't seen his channel before, he's a beast. He's a domination objective player, just like me. He only plays headquarters too, but he plays the objective, is my point. So go check him out if you haven't seen him already. He's got a great channel. I'll put a link in the description for you. First up, we got the USAS-12. If you search around the internet, there is some footage of this gun in action on YouTube. It actually looks like a lot like the M16, oddly enough, when you're holding it. But it's a Korean gun. It was actually manufactured by Daewoo, which, if you remember their name, they used to make cars and all kinds of shit. They were this giant company in Korea that ended up folding, but they had a division that made guns. So it's a semi-automatic 12-gauge shotgun, or I'm sorry, fully automatic in this version. But you see by the accuracy, the range, it's going to be very inaccurate, and it's probably going to have a very small clip, and that's why it says low ammo. So they've really worked hard to balance the shotguns in this game, but they're primaries now, guys. Remember, these aren't secondaries. These are primaries, so they are going to be used a lot. But once again, it's fully automatic, guys, so it's going to be like an AA-12 from Modern Warfare 2, but without the range and accuracy. Look at that. Next up, we have the KSG-12, which is the Kel-Tec machine gun. It's a pump action. It's a bullpup. It's kind of a weird gun. Kel-Tec. And you can buy most Kel-Tec guns at your local gun show or from any gun store. They make these kind of weird, not too expensive guns. I mean, they make normal pistols, and they're smaller arms pistols, like their 38s, 380s. They're really popular. They're 9mm because they're affordable. They're very compact. But they make some really cool looking kind of semi-assault rifle looking guns, and this is one of them. It's a weird looking shotgun. It's a 12 gauge. It's dual barrel, but if this is like, it's a double barrel, but if it's like the real gun, it actually doesn't shoot both barrels at once. You go through one of your magazines of ammo, and then you hit a switch, and it switches to your next magazine of ammo. So I'm interested to see if that's how they do it in this game, because it's not really a double barrel in the way you're thinking of it, where it shoots both at once like the Rangers. It's just two magazines, basically, and you switch between them, so you have about 14 shots total. So interesting choice that they brought in a Kel-Tec gun for this. Next up, we have the SPAS-12. The legend returns from Modern Warfare 2. This gun was made famous, of course, by the legend Sandy Ravage, and it destroyed everybody in Modern Warfare 2. Had incredible range. Basically, if that guy was anywhere close to you, he was going to die. And by the way, any of you guys who complain about the range of the shotguns in Modern Warfare 2, I'll admit they were super powerful, but if any of you care about realism in games, which I really don't think games are supposed to be realistic, at least Call of Duty, real shotguns can kill you from a lot farther away than they do in Call of Duty. The range is actually shortened in Call of Duty to make them balanced, or else everyone would just use shotguns. Because, man, a shotgun can kill you from a football field away, trust me. So, SPAS-12, pump action, single shot, it's going to have super range. This is the only shotgun I got to use at COD XP. It felt, when I used the range proficiency, it felt almost identical to the Modern Warfare 2 one. So expect some serious SPAS-12 beast gameplay from Sandy Ravage. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited to see it. So I love the SPAS-12. Up next is the AA-12, which is a fully automatic shotgun. It is an American shotgun, and it is a destructive force in real life. If you've seen FPS Rush's video where he used these things, imagine a fully automatic shotgun with great range, almost no recoil, and it just destroys people. They actually have it pretty nerfed in this new game. You'll see the accuracy is really bad, the range is really small. In Modern Warfare 2, it was just insane to use AA-12. You could kill everybody. The range is going to be a little less in this game, and so is the accuracy. However, just know that in real life, this thing would wreck you from, if you're 50 yards away, you're still going to die if this thing's around. So, in real life, like I said, go watch FPS Rush's video on the AA-12, and you'll see that in real life, this thing would terrorize people. So they've actually nerfed it for the video game. But it is going to be good in this game. But once again, it's a primary. It has low ammo. So if you use it as your primary, you better be ready to pick up another weapon soon. Next up, we have the Striker. Now, the Armsel Striker is actually a South African gun, which is something you don't hear about too often. And it is a semi-automatic. It uses a cylinder to hold the bullets, which is very different. It's not known as the most successful gun ever. It was in Modern Warfare 2, and it was actually awesome. If you actually got to use it, it was awesome. But the problem is, between the SPAS-12 and the AA-12, there wasn't really a good reason to use a Striker. It was semi-automatic, so you've got to hit that trigger over and over again. Why would you use that when you can use AA-12, at least in Modern Warfare 2? In this game, though, when you look at it, the range is going to be higher than the A12, so you're going to be able to hit from farther away. That's going to be a huge deal. It's probably also going to have a bigger magazine. I would expect probably 12 rounds because that's what comes in the real cylinder, which gives it a pretty big advantage over some of these other shotguns that are going to have 8-round clips. So, or not clips, magazines. So that's the main advantage of Striker in the real life is you could fire off 12 shots without having to reload. But you know, I expect it to kind of be like the Striker Modern Warfare 2, probably not used that much. Last up, we have the most controversial weapon, well, maybe not most, but from Modern Warfare 2, one of the most controversial weapons, which was the 1887 shotguns. Now, a lot of you probably don't remember this, but early on in Modern Warfare 2, you could do akimbo 1887s, which means you held two at once, and you had range for days. If you Google, or I'm sorry, YouTube search Model 1887 Modern Warfare 2, I'm sure you can find a bunch of footage of these things pre-patch. You were killing people from halfway across the map. It was so fun, yet overpowered. So they ended up nerfing them to the point where they were just okay. I haven't seen the attachments yet for the shotguns, but I'm assuming you'll be able to akimbo these again. But if you look at the fire rate. I'm assuming they really slowed down the reload, especially on the akimbo, because the damage still looks beast. The range has been cut down, though. As a primary, I don't expect it to be very good anymore. I think it was brought back more for nostalgic purposes, because there's a reason it's called the Model 1887. This gun is from 1887. So it's not really used anymore at all. I mean, they still sell some models not made by Winchester, but made by some other companies just for cowboys and people who do shows and just hobbyists. But it's not actually an effective weapon anymore. I mean, it would still kill you, obviously, if you got shot by any 12-gauge shotgun, you're going to die. But it's not a real weapon used anymore, so I really think it's brought in more as a gimmick, a novelty, and just for fun. And I like that. I'm okay with putting in a few guns that are just there for kicks. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video on the shotguns, and I will talk to y'all later. Take it easy.